choice, so I went to Vidcon. Vidcon is a conference or convention, I'm not sure what the con stands for, in Anaheim, California, where lovers of YouTube and online video gather for 3 days. Ooh, Vidcon, what a time. I got this awesome free string bag filled with goodies. I bought a t-shirt and it's made by American Apparel. This was my first time going to Vidcon and I went as a creator, so that meant I had access to panels with some of the top creators in the YouTube industry. The panels were so helpful and inspiring, and I think they benefit even the people who aren't too into online video but just want to get started with something creative. It was so nice to have these established YouTubers remind me that they once started with 0 subscribers and now have millions, and that YouTube opened so many opportunities for them, whether it's being in movies or starting their own businesses. These panels were really informative and much more intimate than meetups. I had to go to the ground floor only because that's where the food was, and I would say the majority of the people were also aka fangirls, and there were just too many people there. It was kind of overwhelming. There were people running left and right, screaming, crowding. I couldn't do it. It was just too much. Being a fangirl is fine, you do you. It just wasn't my jam, so I was really glad that I went as a creator and could stay upstairs on the 2nd floor. The bathrooms on the 2nd floor, wow, so clean, and there were no lines whatsoever. Alright, so let me start with the first day of VidCon. 9:30 a.m. was the first panel with Hank Green, one of the founders of VidCon, who Now, the thing with Hank was that he wasn't as articulate as I expected him to be, but I actually found that reassuring because I get flustered when I try to speak in front of crowds. And I get upset because I can write well, I just can't speak well. Even though he couldn't communicate his thoughts as clearly as the other speakers on the panel, I didn't think any less of him. So I just hope that's how people look at me whenever I stammer during Socratic seminars or wherever I'm speaking. Freddie Wong was also on that panel and a couple other panels afterwards, and I guess he's a big YouTuber on here. I wasn't really sure who he was, but he's a director, I believe, and man, he was so articulate and always had great advice. Him and Neistat really stood out to me. I could tell that they cared and were really passionate about the topics they were covering. I even got to meet some of the YouTubers I watch on the daily, like the Saccone Jolys, Benji Travis from Benji Man TV / It's Judy's Life, Louie from Fun for Louie, and Will Darbyshire. It was a strange feeling meeting them because I guess I expected myself to be starstruck, but I wasn't. I really just felt like I was speaking to friends. I went to see Paper Towns after all the events ended on the 2nd day because that was just the appropriate thing to do since I saw John Green speak at a panel earlier that day. After the movie, I walked around downtown Disney and saw a huge exclusive YouTube party going on. And from across the barrier, I saw some big name YouTubers like Joey Graceffa and Bethany Moda. I saw Bethany trying to leave the party, and as soon as she did, this crowd of people just closed her in and crowded around her. And I know she's probably used to that stuff and that it's inevitable when you gain that kind of fame, but I kept thinking about that quote from Paper Towns that goes, "What a treacherous thing to believe that a person is more than a person." I saw stampedes of people running across the street after YouTubers and even standing outside their hotels, and I just thought, these YouTubers, they're just people.